me say this. Stop letting men enjoy you who refuse to commit to you. If you're over the age of 25, we ain't playing that game no more. And I don't care, if he loves you and da-da-da-da. You can't ask the question if he loves you anymore. At a certain age, the question is no longer, does he love me? The question is, can he protect you? Can he secure you? When you were 15, 16, 17 years old, middle and high school, and you were just hanging out and you had all the butterflies, okay, cool. Enjoyment was fine. Y'all just gonna be hanging out. Y'all ain't building no life together. Y'all ain't y'all ain't got no kids. Y'all ain't got, you ain't starting no businesses. You ain't worried about no legacy. It's just like feel good emotions. Do you get along? But at a certain age, the same way that your whole mindset has to level up, what you see in a man has to level up, what you require from a man has to level up. Because what you have on the line to lose also has leveled up. So you can't let a man just enjoy you if he refuses to commit to you, and stop thinking it's just about sex. So many of y'all be so ready to guard your vagina, but then you leave your heart wide open to harm's way. You got a 90-day rule on your body, but you immediately allow somebody another route to take the window, to take the back door into your soul, into your spirit, into your time, into your heart, onto your mind. They create a soul tie a whole different way. And immediately, because you don't have the boundaries there. And it's great to have boundaries on your body if that's what you want. I'm not here to judge you one way or another. What I'm saying is, at a certain point in your life, it's not about what that person has to invest in you or what y'all can create together. It's actually, I would even say, more so about whether or not whatever it is that you invest will be secure once it gets there. Because if not, the price you pay is possibly not wanting to invest nothing else or not being able to allow nobody else to invest anything with you. Just had this question with a Self-Crown VIP member. For those who don't know, that's my private app where I answer questions to a private group of people that I mentor on a weekly basis. But she said, D, why is it that guys tell me I'm wife material? We have a great time. They're not horrible dudes, but they don't want a relationship. It seems like no guy wants a relationship. And I said, no, the with you is silent. And I'm not trying to be messed up, sis, but it's just what it is. The guy come to you talking about, I see so much value in you. I just want to hang around you. And he's talking good, smelling good. He shows up in life good. He got a good job. He's not a bad guy. He's mannerable. It ain't just about sex with him. He really wants to be in your presence. He lifts you up, encourages you. Put I down in the chat if you ever had a guy do everything with you and for you but commit. Put I down in the chat if anybody willing to be real enough to admit that. You had a dude, I'm talking about he was your best friend, your lover, your prayer partner, your financer. He did all of this stuff, but he would not commit to you. It's because a lot of people just know if he just wants sex, that means that he's full of it. No, some guys want the companionship. Some guys want the validation from you. They want all of the goodies. But when it comes time to secure it, all of a sudden, now here's the reason why. Anytime a guy just wants to enjoy you, and that's all it is, I don't care what his excuse is, but anytime a guy just wants to enjoy you but not commit, there's something else he's trying to hold on to. And that, whatever it is more important to him than a life with you. It's more important to him than your security. It's more important to him than growth with you, a relationship with you. So it may be his indulgence in other options. Maybe you do have his heart, but somebody else got his penis. Or he wants the ability for somebody else to get his penis. Just what it is. Maybe it's that you have a reputation, or not a reputation. Sometimes a man will lose you or risk losing you to hold on to validation from his boys. If you don't look the part, if he, in his own mind, now this ain't got nothing to do with you or reflection on your beauty or your nothing. But if that man has chosen somebody else he's trying to compete with, he may hold on to that question mark, that blank that hasn't been filled, just the potential to compete with them. And in the process, risk losing you because he's comparing himself. So he's willing to forsake a life with you. Now, let me also add this in before I go any further. The only reason why a guy's going to do this is because they feel like they can have both. They can both have you, what they're enjoying from you, while holding on to that other thing. But make no mistake, they've made their decision on what's most important. And apparently so have you. At least what you're allowing to be more important. Sometimes what a guy's trying to hold on to is a spot that he wants his ex to return to. So he'll enjoy you. You're a soft place to land. He'll also make it mutually beneficial while it's going on, but he will never lock it in with you. Why? Because locking in with you will require him to do things that will now cancel her ability to come back. There's a lot of guys out here, I think that actually goes both ways. But some of y'all have actually lived this truth. There's a lot of guys out here who are really just place holding for their ex to come back. So they will not commit to you, because as soon as you want commitment, then you want to be shown off. Then you want, some level of exclusivity. Maybe you want to have a baby. Maybe you want to be able to claim him out loud. So if a guy has something else more important to him that he's trying to hold on to, he will enjoy you. And again, don't get it twisted and thinking, oh, it's all about sex or whatever. No. He will mentally, emotionally enjoy you. He will use up your spirit and your energy, all while keeping the door wide open for intruders to come and hurt you. It's just like, you wouldn't get $1 million home with some type of insurance, right? Homeowners, renters, whatever. You wouldn't put this major investment on something, car or anything, without some level of insurance. And when you get older, that's exactly what we need. We're not putting our psyche up, at the mercy of other people's actions and intentions whenever we just in middle school and we got a little puppy love or something like that. That's not what's really going on. We get a little upset and it's like, dang, oops, well, after a couple of weeks, months or something like that, we all right. Y'all do know, when it comes to matters of the heart, you playing like an emotional Russian roulette out here in these streets. You risking your sanity. You risking your physical health. We've talked about this. You risking your children's health. Because if you mess around and have children by this person and they ain't got the right intentions, now you got all of this explaining to do with them, this fixing and trauma healing to do with them. So be very mindful. Now, how do you do this? The same way that the 90-day rule was kind of crafted or created or whatever, and I'm not here to discuss that, whatever. I think it's great to have a boundary, whatever that may be for you. Maybe it's 90 days. Maybe it's on the other side of commitment. Maybe it's on the other side of y'all just getting an STD test. Y'all just going, whatever it is for you, cool. Have that boundary on your heart. Ask yourself this question. What is it that makes you wide open? What is it that opens you up to a man and makes you feel so comfortable that now your expectations are going to the highest extent? Now you want to give and invest and make sure he's the most cared for and thought of man in the world, to where you start actually forming an attachment. Whatever those things are, that's what he can't have until there's a commitment. Anything other than that is a problem within yourself. You wanting to people please. You wanting to skip the process of properly vetting this guy and discerning. Some of y'all with big hearts forget that comes with a big responsibility to protect it, because there's more of that big heart to break. And you got to check whenever a man is sitting there giving you all of this word salad stuff because he's just enjoying you or whatever. Here's the thing. A guy will do that because if you're allowing that open door, he knows if I can just sink my hooks in, she won't be able to walk away from that. And yes, that's called love bombing. A lot of y'all think of love bombing as, oh, he's pulling out the red carpet, he's buying me gifts on the first date, he's showing up in the tux and da-da-da-da-da. Soon as a guy knows what it is you like, you're into, what it is you've been missing in your life, and he starts just flooding you with that, you have to be mindful about him love bombing. It's okay to tell a man what you like, but be very careful that you know how to cut that off if there's not a commitment. Hey, I like talking to you, but if we're going to talk this much, I got to know what your intentions are. I got to know that, we already moved. Oh, yeah, anything vague, out. He can't call you after a certain hour if he hasn't already made a commitment to you. He can't touch you in a certain way if he hasn't already made a commitment to you. He can't know these deepest, darkest secrets. He can't get all the ins and outs to your dreams and everything if he hasn't made a certain commitment to you. Whatever it is. And yeah, they're going to call you names, bitter and stuck up. It's better to be bitter and stuck up than broke down because you played with yourself. Stop letting men enjoy you who won't commit to you, because that's when a man has you, but he's not really with you. That's when a man will have that access to you, but he has no security with you. He's created no security with you. And a lot of times why a man will do this is because he hasn't evolved to the point where he can make a commitment to anything other than himself. It takes a certain level of maturation for a man to commit to anything beyond himself, to lose that fear of missing out, to actually have the perspective like whenever he actually hits the lotto, he ain't got to keep playing with scratch-offs. Every man has been on that side of the fence, myself included, where we didn't have this understanding. But evolved men who have done the work or had the experiences or gotten the mentorship, they've done whatever they need to do to get on the other side of that. They understand. Ain't nothing out here in these streets that you missing out on if you got a good one at home. Straight up. Any man who has evolved understands that. So instead of dealing with guys who don't, and you in this space where you're trying to prove yourself and wait out his excuses and wait for his goldfish to come back to life and wait for his job to fall into place, that record deal or whatever excuses that he's giving you. Wait for this and wait for that. Instead of doing that, why not just get a man who's already grown to that point where they're ready for what you're ready for and they have the ability to protect it? That's very important. They don't just want it, but they're willing and they're able and they're in position right now to protect that also. And in order to do that, you have to use the strategies that attract evolved men. I've been preaching this for a while now. Some of y'all have been using those strategies and you already seeing the results and you already attracting those evolved men. If that's not you because you haven't gotten the strategy, click the link that you see pinned right here. Register for that free masterclass. That's why I broke down the strategies to attract evolved men. That you don't have to teach all these things, learn the hard way anymore. If you're in position for one, if you want to get in position for one. Again, that link pinned right here down in the comment section. For over an hour, I dropped gems on how to attract truly evolved men who have gotten to that point where they not only want to enjoy you, but they want to elevate you. They want to level up with you. They want to be accountable to you and hold you accountable to your highest potential. Link is also in the caption when you back out, because you can't do that playing with little boys who aren't equally yoked with you. But moral of the story is this. If you over the age of 25, definitely if you over the age of 30, and you're done playing games, one of those games you got to be done playing with is letting a man enjoy you who doesn't see you worthy of committing to. Those are just my thoughts. If you got anything beneficial from this conversation, click the share button right now. Bless somebody else on your timeline who needs to hear this message. And if you're in the market for an evolved man, please don't click this link if that's not you, because what I shared is powerful stuff and it's not for everybody. But if you're ready to attract a truly evolved man, and I gave this information out for free, click the link that you see pinned right here down in this comment. It's also in the caption whenever you back out. It'll take you to a free masterclass where you can watch more than an hour of me going in on how to attract evolved men, multiple, so you could attract the one that's right for you or choose the one that's right for you. But I'll let y'all lady, I'll be good. Peace.